Hi everyone, it's the start of September, the start of another potato growing season. So I thought I'd just give you a bit of an update on what I'm going to be doing this season. One of the things that I did last season for the first time is grow some potatoes in grow bags. And I learned a few things. They produced better than I expected them to be, considering that the grow bags, because they're a fabric material, they dry out so much easier and quicker, and I expected that they wouldn't do as well simply because the soil was always a lot drier than I wanted it to be. But as I said, they did very well, so I'm going to do a lot more in the years to come. I also learnt that the cheap grow bags really aren't worth the effort. They will work for one season, but as you can see, they just fall apart. But the expensive ones, the thick and expensive ones, are just as good as they were last season. They're still strong, their handles haven't broken, and I've been very pleased with these expensive ones. They're worth the effort. They should do 2, 3 or 4 seasons. So I'm going to grow a lot more different potatoes in the grow bags this year just to see how they do. And I find it easy because not only can I individually assess each one, but because they're not in the ground, there's less potential for disease and other problems. I don't make my own compost. I don't have the patience or time, and I don't produce enough greenery to make my own compost. So I use high quality potting mix for growing in pots. I find it does really well, and at least the pH and the nutrients are balanced, unlike a lot of home compost mixes. It's fine to use your own compost at home, but often it's not as balanced, and the premium compost mixes also contain fertiliser. So even though it costs a bit more, I find that for myself it's worth it. So this year I'm going to be using a few different grow bags. These ones I used last year, these large ones, I've been really happy with. I bought a few from different areas, so different sellers, so they're different sizes. This is even bigger one. I'll only put 2 tubers in one of these big pots. I like the plants to grow as big as possible, so I don't crowd them. The bigger the plant, the bigger the tubers they'll produce, and it makes it easier to assess their potential. You can grow more tubers. A lot of people would put 4 tubers in a bag this size. The tubers may not be as big, but you'll probably get more. Now, last year I did an experiment which failed because I used the wrong variety on these potato bags. I actually used bigger ones, but my father wanted some big pots and he snavelled my large potato bags. I will put a couple more potatoes in these bags just to show you that these bags really don't do the job that they're advertised to do. These are the ones with the little pockets that you're supposed to be able to open up and pick potatoes out of. Don't bother. They're great, good quality potato bags, grow bags, but the little pockets, really not worth the bother. If you're going to grow your potatoes, when you're going to harvest them, you might as well harvest the whole plant. Anyway, so I'm going to get to and fill up these bags and put some varieties in them, some tubers in them, and we'll see how we go over the season. Thank you for watching. Right, in that one we're going to put my own variety called number 13. It's a really good, good productive tetraploid. So we'll put him in, label him and set it aside. And I'll get busy with these others.